Falten die Seiten. Hanukkah punch went out to lunch beyond the pearly gates. He walked into a vegetarian restaurant called Nate's. Died a nice gepooped cat from flying with his horse. Come eat sure as he yelled out, give me a plate of borscht. Yippee ho, yippee wash ding do. Die Borscht riders in the sky. Now listen, hey, the Borscht was hot, the fire of fishes had gebrannt from steam. The cowboy said, was for a clod, I want some sour cream. These guys, they shook just for the schnook, the bells gave out a clang. The cream came up from Brooklyn, woo-ha, folgt mir a gang. Yippee ho ho, yippee was ding do. Die Borscht riders in the sky.
Good morning, everybody. And how is it going? Morning, Data. What you up to, my friend? Well, I did manage to get some sleep last night. Actually, I got a whole 3 hours. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but we'll just call it 3 hours. And it was I finally fell asleep about 11, and at 2 o'clock, the dog had the wife up, who, of course, woke me up. Well, good, Data. I'm glad to see that it doesn't surprise me much to someone in the UK. I mean, Bond being a British spy. So, which movie was it from? Was it, a Roger Moore or Sean Connery movie? At least I hope it is. Hey, morning, Donald. All right. I bet you'll be happy to be sleeping in your own bed and eating your own cooking for a change. Casino Royale. Okay. Wasn't that Lazenby's movie? Casino Royale? Or is that the one with, because wasn't there two Casino Royales made? One with Lazenby and one with, what the hell is that blonde haired character's name? The guy that sort of reinvented Bond to be more physical than cerebral. All right, now you got me wondering. I gotta look it up. James Bond Casino Royale. Okay, that's the one with Daniel Craig in it. Okay. So, well, that's good news. That's crazy mutt waking me up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And what's he do? I'm in the kitchen. I'm trying to get something to eat before I start the stream this morning. Because even though I made breakfast for the wife, I didn't eat any because I wasn't hungry. Well, then I got hungry. So I'm trying to make up something to eat. And he's sitting in that kitchen whining because I'm not sitting down to where he can crawl up next to me. Yeah, we can see your link just fine there, Data. So, if y'all listened to yesterday's stream, today's stream is going to be sort of like yesterday's. Is once I get past this deal with the Internet Archive, because I've got errands that I have to run today. So, but have any of y'all ever been to the Internet Archive? And the link to it is stupidly easy. It's just simply archive.org. You can't get any simpler than that. Nah, Sean. What I did is I had a baked potato that we actually had two baked potatoes we didn't eat. So I took, and these are small ones. They're the Yukons. And so I took one and diced it up and put a little bacon fat in the skillet using my cast iron, of course, and got it started browning up, pan frying that, get a nice little crust on it. Threw in some onions and some garlic, then some sausage. And once the sausage got all cooked up and everything, I threw in a little bit of flour and some milk, made up some sausage gravy with the potatoes and onions and salt, pepper, garlic, yada yada yada, all the good stuff. And then scrambled up some eggs and mixed that in with it. And that's what I made my wife for breakfast this morning. So, but archive.org is owned by a woke, nasty female journalist. Okay. Well, they're doing something right. I'm going to be honest with you. They're doing something right. I spent hours with this yesterday because they're being sued over their music. So I wanted to go in there and see what kind of music they had. And because there's one particular petite opera, I've not been able to really find the music and a sound quality that I wanted. And they actually had it, the Student Prince. But anyway, here we go. This is the website, archive.org. The Internet Archive is a nonprofit library of millions of free books, movies, software, music, websites, and more. All right. So let's just take a look at some of this stuff. And yeah, I've got two screens going so I can look at the chat at the same time here. Okay. Let's just take a look here under American libraries. 4,106,243 menus. So let's pop over to this. It's loading, 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 loading. We've got information from first of all, you got your filters here. Media types. What type of media types do they have here? Software, data, audio, movies, collection, text, images. Now, I want you guys to join in on this. All right. Give me let's run this thing through the ringer a little bit. From years 1920, 1908, 1907, 6, 5, 1904. How far back does this go? Let's see here, 2023. Let's come all the way back here. You've got to be kidding me. Let's take a look and see what that was. De Leon van Godmitten nach dem kleinen Kommischt. Okay, Dr. Martin Luther. Wow. From 1819. Description of constellations. Hey, Raman, welcome. I spent, like I said, Raman, I've been here before years ago, but never really paid attention to it. And then for some reason, I got looking at it last night, and I literally spent about 4 hours doing nothing but looking through the different things here. Hey, morning, Tyre. How you doing today? You actually heard me brushing off of some of my German that I haven't really spoken that much of in other than working with the occasional tourist over the past 20 some odd years. Well, 30, 40 some odd years. Wow. Yeah, almost 40 years. God damn. Amateur radio call books. Call Book Magazine. Wow. I mean, look at this. And this is just one section here, people. We'll get back up here to this main part. Audio books and poetry, LibriVox. My problem with LibriVox is before every chapter, you get the following is a LibriVox presentation read by George Jones. And it's like, okay, that really takes you out of the book when every chapter starts off with the same thing. You sort of lose it in the book. Oh, it is amazing. Ramen, you're absolutely right. I pulled up some cookbooks. One of them written by the chef to the Queen of England, or he was a chef to the Queen of England, and it was his cookbook from 1880, I think, 1870, something like that. I was just like, you have got to be kidding. But they got stuff in here for computer geeks, the APK archives, the music, Canadian phone softwares. Yeah, Dave, I've done sometime, not quite like I've done here though. I mean, I go to the Library of Congress when I'm looking up congressional records, and that's about it. When I'm looking up for stuff with congressional records, that's when I go to the Library of Congress. But that's about it. Let's take a look at the television archive here. Fox News, BBC, Russia Today, Sky News, WJZ for CBS, Al Jazeera, NBC, Link TV. Who in the hell is Link TV? I have no idea. The NSA clip library. Okay. I mean, we're going to find. You're going to hear me get a little excited because, like I said, I spent 4 hours looking through this stuff last night, and I still didn't touch everything I wanted to touch. And yes, they do have stuff in here that I will not show on YouTube. Maybe Rumble would let you get away with it. But yeah, they've got shall we say adult entertainment. There's Japanese hentai in here. Found that out last night. And I'm not talking about the stuff that I was like, oh, so that, okay. All right. So there's that. Let's see here. Books for people with print disability. Oh, would that be audiobooks primarily then? The Federal Register. Oh, okay. Playboy, 1953 to 2014. Ah, I've got to take a look. I've got to take a look. What are they doing here with Playboy? Come on, open up. I'm the only one on my internet right now. You can open. Shouldn't take this long to open up. Well, it's taken this long to open up. Try one more time. No. The Way of the House Husband. Okay, they say they've got 764 items in there, 232 gigabytes of stuff, but couldn't get to pull up. The Economist, Saturday Evening Post. Okay, 1829 through 2014. Army Times, Computer World. Bell South Laboratories, 1825 to 1986. Okay. Oh, our Congressional Record, Proceedings and Debates of Congress from 1873 to 2008. Nice. That is going to be worth a look-see. That is something that's going to be worthwhile looking into, see what they've got. But I am just absolutely amazing what they've got in here. So let me go back to the main page. Let's find something else here. Religion, radio shows, programs, more internet, 5 million books, almost 6 million books. Vintage software, radio shows and program, 39 million. Anybody have a favorite radio show? Good. Radio shows and broadcast. Internet talk radio. Nice. For you hip hop fans. India meets classic. India meets classic. That could be interesting. All right, let's take a look. Old time radio, new sound, and an old voice. I think that's what it said. What is going on here? That am I having to open it in a different tab? Let's see. Let me open this up in a different tab, see if that does anything. Dun, 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 dun. Huh. All right, come back here to the main page again. I love some of these little avatars they got. They got this robot here holding the telephone for the phone software archive. Live music, and that's what probably a alpaca or a llama or something before the microphone. Electronic sheep. Let's see if I can get this to open up. Okay, yeah, this one open. Okay. So let's swap over here and see what happens. What movies do they have? This is watch full length feature films, classic shorts, world culture, World War II propaganda, movie trailers, films created in just 10 hours. Wow. I have grown so Frank Hopkins. Let's see here. Get my 35 ancient Greece, ancient Carthaginians, ancient Athens. A lot of ancient stuff here. Ancient Rome. Oh, Rome girl will be mad. She's talking about Rome. What is she saying? Ancient Rome video, ancient Rome, Herzog works and days, Trojan women, Euripides, ancient Greek music, great books, yada, yada, yada. Cleopatra. Okay. Aphrodite. Duke Bluebeard's Castle from 1988. Okay, that's a new movie. That's not old. Oh, if anybody was wondering, the music I was looking for to download was the petite opera called The Student Prince. And that's because my dad woke us up to the music from that every Sunday morning. Cleopatra complete series. All right. And some interesting stuff in here. A lot of Italian stuff right here in this area. Gala concert 1983 in the Sydney Opera House. Martha's Floto. Kirby Ferguson films. He looks awful familiar. Canadian film worker, filmmaker, writer, and speaker whose work centers on creative works in popular culture. Huh, okay. I've probably seen something that he's done then. Oh, Kino French films. Oh, those were something else to watch. I used to have them at the fairgrounds every year when I was a kid. I haven't seen Kino setups in, God, probably 30 years, if not longer. Not since the late 70s, early 80s. Click on the icon on the top left. What icon are you talking about there, Data? Okay, so that's pretty okay. That's enough of that one there. Let's go back to the main tab and see what else we got in here to look at. 61 million podcast. Let's see if this opens up. Okay, it's opening up. Who is their list of podcasts here? Hacker Radio, Public Radio, Miscellaneous. That's from Airport. So the unofficial Mark and Brian archives. Underdog Podcast, Alan Watt. Okay, Data, I'll look at that later. Let's see here. 13 o'clock podcast. John Hammond. Gut check. Let's see here. See if there's anybody in here. Do they got Monkey stashed in here by chance? Tom and Jerry. The Cord Killers. Yes. I remember when Cord Killers was out. Laughter Films. I'm not going to try to scroll all the way through all of these. The 8-Bit Book Club. Citizen Radio. Yeah, you could scroll through the list of these podcasts. Saturday Night Frights. I used to listen to something similar to that a couple, years ago. I wonder if that's the same thing same thing that I listened to back then. I'll have to scope that out sometime. Okay, let's see what else is next here. More books, okay, let's see what they got here for these radio shows. Okay, Belgium, BBC, hip hop. All right, so is this one of the ones I couldn't open up before? Yep. Okay. All right, that doesn't seem to be working. Vintage software. What kind of vintage software are they talking about here? Game Studio, BSD, drivers, the Flash Archive, Minecraft Deep Storage. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Like I said last night, wife's watching her shows on TV, and I just sat here in the living room on the couch with her, and I was going through this, and I mean, 78 and cylinders. This is where I found the student prints because it was a 78. There's the Library of Congress there. Oh, speed runs. I missed that last night. The Iraq War, non English, Arabic books by language, the Iraq War collection, MS DOS. Wow. I remember running stuff. If you didn't know DOS, you couldn't operate a computer. The VHS vault. Okay. Now I don't know if they probably don't have a beta vault, but beta was actually the much superior um, recording system. Oh, Nosferatu there in sci-fi and horror. I'll have to come back and take a look at that. Comic books and graphic novels. Let's see if that opens up. Because I know I sent some of this to, I sent a link to some of this last night to Jack to see if there was anything there that he was, if he uh, thought about it. Wow, Fawcett Comics, Dutch, more Fawcett. JoJo Congo King. Yeah, she's sure not wearing much there, is she? Oh, Gunsmoke. Yeah, like I said, last night I was just absolutely, ex- I mean, I was sitting there half amazed at everything I found in this last night. And I forgot to share that page. So let me share this page real quick so you guys can see what I was looking at. All right, I'm assuming that and there's also Dutch Barbie Comics, Captain the Captain Marvel's event, the Marvel Adventures. Got Batman there. Consuman, so I'm going to assume that's probably French. Dennis the Menace. He was one of my heroes when I was a kid. Captain Marvel again. There's the Gunsmoke I was talking about. And there's Young lady running around naked. Jojo the Congo King. Sad Sack. That's World War II era. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is how I got started reading classics, were these illustrated classics, the Classics Illustrated collection. But that's how I got started reading the classics because I just got interested. It made stories that I was. It introduced me to stories. Then I turn around after reading them on the comics. I turned around and actually read them long form when I got older. So vlogs, always a good thing. Oh, silent films. All right, cool. There is just so much here that this thing offers. That, ladies and gents and ladies, friends and frenemies, I highly recommend you come over here when you got a couple of hours to peruse through here to see what is available that to entertain yourself with. Um, I found the moon landing audios. I found the NBC's uh, D-Day audios, all 24 hours of D-Day. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff in here, a lot of history, and it really something to. Then there's video games, the Doom level, video game, a lot of. I'm going to assume pirated games. I don't know. If you're trying to rebuild older computers and you're needing firmware and software for an older computer, so I imagine you can probably find it in there. The Urudu Islamic Book Collection. Okay. The Lincoln Financial, Internet Archives Press for photos. Oh, the World War II archive. Okay, I've got to take a look at this. What is in the World War II archive? Close up of the Jap fighting man. Lecture delivered at the Command and General Staff School, the last bomb. Oh. This ought to be interesting to see. When used as a weapon of surprise, it's highly effective against armored fighting vehicles.
Heil! Heil! Hector! Und Spreckel, der Haus in Pfeffer ist nach. Ein Schnitzelbein, der Ruben Sauerkraut. Die Blüten. Raus mit den Schnitzelbaum, sie braten. Je mehr verfatten und blitten. An der Sau braten in die Stickenhauser und stehlen das Hucken. Heil! Hector!
All right. Oh, wow. This is 21 minutes long. Let's skip here if I can. Okay, yeah, this is going to take a while for it to skip through. Yeah, if you're a fan of World War II, let's see, the Battle for Normandy, Out of the Frying Pan into another Disney, Cookbook of the United States Navy, 1944. Okay, Dart likes to brag about the naval food. Let's see what they got here. Oh, come on. There's got to be a way I can make this bigger. All right, so let's see here. Recipes start on page. Okay, food preparation for the mess. Okay, so that's about page 14. Okay, here we go. What we got here? Oh, interesting. Let's see. Eggs are valuable for the complete proteins, iron, phosphorus, vitamin A. Butter is valuable for vitamin A and fat. 5 ounces of American cheddar cheese is equal to 1 quart of milk in calcium, phosphorus, and protein. Okay. When fresh food or other food suggested in menus are not available, they should be replaced by canned, dehydrated, and other foods. All right. So, what would a daily menu? Okay, summer sample menu for spring. Breakfast: fresh peach, dry cereal, soft cooked eggs, home fries, toast and butter, milk and coffee. For dinner: split pea soup, roast beef, glazed onions, corn on the cob, perfection salad, pineapple, bread, butter, coffee. Boy, these guys are definitely eating good. Supper: pig in the blanket, hash browns, tomato lettuce salad, berry pie, bread, butter, and cookies and coffee. That's just on Monday. Tuesday, look at this. Fricassee of chicken and mashed potatoes. Beef loaf with barbecue sauce. I wonder if that's what we call meatloaf. Fresh apricots, shredded wheat, navy baked beans with salt pork, roast lamb and mint sauce, cream of chicken soup. Boy, these Navy guys were sure eating good. Yeah, SOS, man. That you're right about that. All right, what we got here? Oh, of course, prepare just enough food to be consumed at each meal. The amount of food necessary for any given mess will vary. Yada yada yada. Absenteeism has direct bearing amount of food necessary. Food should be prepared for the number of men who will be present, not for the number assigned. Okay. For messes of 1,000 men or more, reduce the amounts of ingredients in the recipe 10%. Really? Also, a large mess serving 1,000 men will use less food than 10 messes each serving 100. All right. Well, anyway, that was the Navy cookbook. German military symbols in 1944, history of the 3rd Infantry Division, Tarawa Beach landing, Marines invade Tarawa Island, FM 24/6 radio operator's manual. Like I said, I I mean, I literally did last night. I spent a good 3 hours just looking through different sections here, and I didn't touch anywhere near a third of it. I doubt if I touched anywhere near a quarter of what was here. Just scrolling through to see what was available. Victory Garden Leader's Handbook. World War II rationing in the United States. Our Red Army ally. Yeah. To the American soldier, the purpose of the first part of the booklet is to introduce you to the Red Army soldier, the everyday GI of the Union of Soviet. Okay, what kind of nonsense? Okay, so let me embiggen this. The everyday GI, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. You have heard and read a lot about them, and now you're seeing and meeting him personally. He is your friend, your ally. He fought hard in this war just as you had to bring about a United Nations victory. The meeting of troops of the United States and the Red Army is a historical occasion. Okay. Your first encounter, a Russian, come with Century Halt, Stoy, Kai E to what? Halt, who goes there? Stoy, Strau, Ya Budon. Halt, I will fire. Okay. Make sure that he hears your reply in Russian. Your reply to his command will be Amerikansky Hoyets, American soldier, or Amerikansky Boyske, American soldiers. Wow, they teach you a little bit of Russian here. Follow his directions and be recognized. Remember, he is trained to shoot when in doubt. And the Red Army instructions to soldiers on guard duty are strict. Penalties are for carelessness or disobedience are severe. He does not, he keeps his weapons either at order, ready, at order, or shoulder arms. He does not sit down or lean against anything, does not eat, drink, smoke, or sing while on post. He talks only in the line of, wow, talk about boring post duty. Yeah, Tyre, yeah, Tyre, I saw that too. And then, then think about it, it makes sense. Um, because I know when I'm cooking for 4 people versus when I'm cooking for 2, I've always got more leftovers when I'm cooking for just the wife and I versus when I'm cooking for the wife and I, my son and his wife. So, but that must be some boring ass duty if he's not allowed to eat, drink, smoke, or sing while on post, and only talks in the line of official business. Well, that is a lot of interesting information right there that they're showing. Let's see here. ASIC radio. I have no idea what that is. Software Kids Zone Mirror Tube. All right. Mirrored YouTube videos. Okay. I'm sure some people will be interested in that. Winamp skins. Okay. Television programs. Comics and graphic novels. Smashing Pumpkins. I know we got some people here who are Smashing Pumpkin fans. Let's see. The Adventures of 10. Here's some more comics. Okay. Let's see here. Asterix. Uh, Peter Parker, the the first 100 issues of the Spectacular Spider-Man. Shock Suspense. Rebus Bi-Weekly. Complete 300 issue collection. Oh, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream by Harlan Ellison. Nice. Up, 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 up. 2001 Space Odyssey. Okay. Sam and Max. A German Mickey Mouse. Batman, the first 50 issues. Again, nice. You see how I got lost in this last night? Because, I mean, I really did. Oh, the essential Calvin and Hobbes. Okay. Up. Keep right on going past that one. Dragon Ball. Up, up. American Zombie Gothic. Okay. First, now, fellas who will never look at a zombie film or gothic monster of any kind of horror in the same way again. Okay, come on, get past this preface stuff and let's see what they got. Oh, zombie Nazis! Yay! Okay. That's not working out well, so I will get back over here to this. Close that page. All right, what's going on with my computer here? There we go. But anyway, okay, I've spent an hour, sir. We've gone through this just barely touching on just a few of the different tabs, and it's been an hour already. Wow. So there's a lot of really neat stuff on this. So seriously, I highly recommend you guys. Uh, G4 Video Grabs. I just wanted to make people really aware. I mean, manga. Manga, an unsorted collection. Uh, there's just so much stuff in here that you would never see all in one place. And I just wanted to make other people aware of it. Share the wealth of knowledge or someplace where we can go. I downloaded some radio show collections last night, and that it was I started listening to one of them called The Falcon, and it was pretty interesting. I mean, 1930s radio programming, people, and I could just imagine people sitting in the living room bent over listening to the radio because of course television wasn't around yet, so their evening entertainment was listen, where we turn on the television, they turn on the radio. So Windows 3 software library. Wow. That is really going back in time. So anyway, I could literally mine. I've got to do another infusion here shortly, and in fact, when I mean shortly, I mean as in when I'm done with the stream here, I've got to do another infusion. Uh, so yeah, let's. I would seriously recommend. It's archive.org. You can't make it any simpler to get to the website. And you could spend days going through that because I know I will. I will be spending a lot of time going through that, looking up, uh, and seeing what's there. Because, you know, and even before this writer strike, I've been bored with television for a long time. I mean, I've told y'all that I've burned through a lot of radio programming. You know, the Shadow, Dragnet, the Superman, some Batman. Um, right now, I'm just about done listening to the Shadow. So I've done the Saint with Vincent Price as the Saint. So I mean, I'm looking other places for entertainment that I'm not glued to a television to have to enjoy. And I'm really finding it on these older radio shows. Of course, that's when the Minions isn't streaming, or Monkey's not streaming, or Jack's not streaming, of course. So, uh, yeah, but there's that stuff. There's the fun stuff there, and I really recommend. Oh, the Shadow ones here. My only complaint about the Shadow is they make. Of course, this is taking place during World War II. A lot of it takes place during World War II, and uh, uh, Kodo is Filipino. They describe him as Filipino, yet he sounds like Bruce Lee. He sounds Japanese. So he doesn't sound like any Filipino I've ever heard talk. But they've made him sound Japanese. But um, it's actually fun to listen to, and if you can find them at four. Uh, there's 4 blocks of them there, Tyre. Of got the Green Hornet 2, 3, and 4, and they're pretty well done in series in broadcast order. So the Dragnet, the thing I thought was most nice, neat, or great about the Dragnet was Joe Webb played his character first on the radio before he went to the television series. And then the 2 of them overlapped. Johnny Dollar, yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is another great one to listen to. They had like 4 different actors do portray Johnny Dollar. One of them was really great. The other three were okay. I mean, they were good, but the one guy was really great as Johnny Dollar. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Let's see. I mean, the shadow ones are really good. So there's a lot of good ones out there. And when I'm cooking a meal or I'm cleaning up around yes, I've turned into the house husband since I'm only working 2 nights a week. I'm the house husband. I'm cleaning house, I'm washing dishes and cooking dinner and such. And while I'm doing that stuff, I'm listening to these radio shows. Got my Bluetooth plugged in and I'm just listening to them and enjoying them, having a good time with them. Yeah, people, I do recommend also, go over there and look at Data's uh, eBay site. See if he's got anything there for sale that you might be interested in. Uh, I don't know about him being an old fart. I don't know exactly how old he is, but that's beside the point. There's okay, Spanky. Okay, calm down, calm down. We got a little bit of thunder, and he's climbing up my shirt, starting to climb up my chest. He does not like thunder. That ever since Michael got to see my new grandson yesterday for a few minutes. Didn't get to hold him or anything. I just got to see him for a few minutes, and seeing both my grandsons together. That is now I understand why Monkey gets the way he does when all of his grandchildren get together. Just seeing, but I mean, even though the one is only a couple of days old at this point, seeing two grandchildren together right now, that makes you sing out. Uh, let's see here. Oh, okay, that's cool. I've gone through a couple of drones. I've busted the crap out of them. Evidently, either I've gotten some crappy drones or I'm no good at them. So I'm not doing any more drones there, Data. But then I will admit I bought them off the auction site. Man, I tell you, I screwed up so bad this last auction. I didn't win anything. I did not win a stupid thing. I got, I fell asleep and woke up and everything, the auction was over with and I lost everything. And some of the stuff I wanted went really cheap. So, but I've bought two drones through the auction sites and I've ruined both of them. All right, so let's close that out. Uh, and close that. And let's see here. Um, sometime supposedly, and this is per Newsmax, who got it from someone else, supposedly between September 5th and October 31st, there is going to be a huge, well, some group is claiming to be having an incriminating voice recording of Joe Biden. And all they're saying is they're going to release it sometime in that month period, month and a half period. Well, almost 2 months, September 5th to October 31st. Somewhere in that time period, they're going to be dropping this audio recording of Joe Biden. It's supposed to be very incriminating and at the point where he will not be able to continue his run for president, yada, yada. And we've heard all this crap before, So let's, now I'm not going to be holding myself with bated breath on that. So, because I don't see anything happening that would cause Biden to drop out. Oh, man. Another rumor going out there. Extreme snuff film featuring Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin raping and mutilating a very young lady is circulating the dark web. Yeah. I love how all this stuff is always circulating the dark web and we never see it. Everybody's heard everything about what's going on in Congo and how CNN, in order to protect or bolster the gay agenda, just forgot to announce to everybody that the two gay guys being sentenced to death are both of them for one of them for essaying a mentally challenged man, and the other one for essaying a very young girl. But no. According to CNN, they're just being put to death because they're gay, not because they essayed anybody. I just get so tired of seeing the all of the bias, lies, distortions of the truth. The media sits there, and I've said this before. You guys are tired of hearing me say this, but I just gotta say it. For the past couple of years, the media has been, how dare you say this? You're spreading misinformation. Remember, the Department of Homeland Security wanted to start up a Department of Misinformation and Propaganda to combat misinformation and propaganda. And they're going to bring in that young woman, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, whose job it was when she worked for the newspapers was to spread misinformation and propaganda. And they're going to bring her in as an arbitrator, as the arbitrator of what is and isn't truthful. And this woman was about as left wing and tied to the Democratic Party as you could be. And all the media, and yes, I'm including Fox News in this. You know, they're so biased in their reporting that they just don't have a clue in what the truth is. And they want to sit there and tell us about how we're spreading misinformation. And I don't know if it was Elon Musk that approved this yesterday or announced it. Well, it wasn't Elon that announced it. I don't know if he knows it was being announced, approved of being announced, but yes, you have the freedom of speech on X. You just don't have freedom of reach. So you can say what you want to say as long as you don't violate their terms of service. But if you don't like what they say, well, you're going to be shadow banned. That post won't go anywhere. I am sorely disappointed in that. I am sorely disappointed that they would turn around and do something like that. Because that is not what Elon promised us. So, yeah, it's not good. It's just not good. And I'm glad I didn't pay for a check mark. I thought about it. I thought about buying a check mark. Um, and I tell you, something else is sort of irritating me now with X is everything is so many of these so much stuff on there now is getting hid behind paywalls. Well, if you want to read more than 5 sentences here to what I've put out, you got to pay me for it. Just absolutely freaking ridiculous. So, oh my God. Mask mandates. Democrats are pushing hard for mask mandates, and American people are giving them the finger. One of Biden's uh, illegal immigrants that he wanted to allow in the country ran a school bus off a road. Satan has a check mark. Oh, Tyra, I didn't know you were super melanated. Not that I care, but all right. Uh, did you see that? Where was that article? Monkey tweeted it out yesterday, I guess. Uh, okay. Well, I can't find it now. I'm not going to worry about it. What the heck? Jennifer Lawrence is rumored to replace Yara Shandy in the Tinkerbell live action movie. Oh, really? So they're going to actually make Tinkerbell a white blonde like she is in the comics and cartoons and everything else. Oh my God, they're going to do something right. I don't know. I'm lost to what these people are anymore. They're they just confuse the hell out of me. That poor kid that had his they kicked him out of school for his backpack. I know that's another story that's been beat to death for having the Gadsden flag on it. A straight A student, and the kid wears a tri-corner hat. You know, that's his little shtick. Oh, hey, Ty. Yeah, that's no problem. Be more glad to be on your show one night. I didn't know you streamed. So, yeah. Um, what time is it getting to be? Okay. I've got to go and get ready to get stuck up with a bunch of needles because I need to get that done before I go hit the doctor's office this afternoon. Um, I before I go out of here though, I do have one thing I want to say to you guys, okay? And all seriousness here. All right. One, I appreciate y'all. Two, I'm shocked that anybody pops out to listen to me say anything because especially here recently, because right now there's so much going on that I'm not being able to stream every day like I want. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, 5th, 6th, 7th, no, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th of next month. I will not be able to do any streaming at all for those 4 days, and I believe that's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I do know I'll be missing that Friday stream because I've got other stuff going on that I've got no choice about. I've got to do. But I do appreciate you guys. I really do. Uh, and I just wanted to let you know I appreciate anybody that comes out to listen to me shake flop my jaws and shake my fist at the sky. And like today, you know, I wanted to bring out a little something that's not a whole lot of political, but something hopefully you guys can go and use that Internet Archive because that's a lot of neat stuff in there. And I hope you guys use it and share that information on to other people. So, but anyway, y'all have a good day. Try to stay out of trouble. Enjoy yourselves. And as always, be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with. Have a good one, guys.